Unlock the mysteries of the unseen world with the extraordinary insights of gifted psychic medium, Refined Divine. Featured on television and heard on Ghostbox Radio AM 950, Deb's remarkable ability to communicate with the other side has captivated audiences for years. Since childhood, Deb has channeled profound messages from beyond, guiding us through life's biggest challenges. Now on this show, she'll reveal powerful insights to help us navigate modern society's most pressing questions. Join us and witness the extraordinary talents of one of the most gifted psychic mediums you'll ever experience. The answers await. In a world full of questions, some answers come from beyond. Introducing Debbie Straight of Refined Divine, a gifted psychic medium who channels wisdom from the other side to guide you. Get ready to witness the depth of her extraordinary gift.
Hi guys, we are so excited to be here. We have a new platform and we are so ready for this. So welcome to Transformational Tuesdays. Tonight we're going to be talking about transforming yourself and understanding how that takes place. And what does the metaphysical and spiritual realm have to do with transformation? Well, it has everything to do with transformation, you guys. Literally everything. So go ahead in the comments. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're joining from, guys. Tell us your name and where you're from, how you met me. Let's get those comments going. Let's meet each other in those comments too, guys. Let's all be a part of this Transformational Tuesdays. The reason why we create platforms like this is so that we have a place for everybody to feel welcome and loved. We are so excited to have the Transformational Tuesdays because it also gives a free platform for people to find us and to be led into what needs to be said to them, because we all know that I am a physical medium, and that means that spirit embodies me to exactly who is here. So the information that is being channeled through me is always going to be for the people that are in the crowd or people that are tuning in or that are around me. And I have no way of knowing what's going to come through once we open up that beacon. That's the great part about us, right? We're known as the loud and proud psychic that is unfiltered. As Greg would say on his shows, thank God we have a dump button, Adam. Dave, do we have a dump button? I mean, I don't know if we have a dump button on here.
I can work on that.
I'm just curious because we have this brand new, beautiful platform, and I'm wondering, oh no, we don't have an Adam for a dump button. So we're going to have to maybe try to censor ourselves. Do we have to on StreamYard, Dave?
It just affects your stream, like on YouTube.
Dave said it affects my stream on YouTube. They might delete my video if we swear too much. So we need to be careful about our F-bombs. Yay. So guys, please let us know where you're from. Show us you're here. We love that you're here. Please start putting your comments in the comment section. Any questions you're having about spiritual life, your metaphysical life, about transformation, any issues you're having in your life too, let's talk about it. Let's get this out in the open. Let's share these things, because it's really important to know, you guys, that every single time that we share our stories with others, it will create a pathway for other people to find healing. And that is what we are about. We are about creating pathways so that you can find healing, whether that be through my lives, whether it be through classes, retreats, readings, whatever, whatever shakes your shimmy, right, Dave? However you want it dealt to you, that's how we'll give it to you. Some people feel that Thunderdome is the correct way. We always like to joke about this. When we channel, it comes through very strong, and when we feel that strength, people feel like they're in Thunderdome. And so Dave always has the joke of people who attend our retreats for the first time. They're like, welcome to Thunderdome, beep, with a B. Hey Dave, you proud of me?
Yeah.
Aha, beep with a B, Dave. Carrie's on, Shelly's on, Marlo, Devin, Tammy, Erica, Angela. Thank you so much for joining us with our live tonight. I'll tell you what, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go live tonight. Talk about transformation. I started some new herbs tonight, and I'll tell you, I started getting red in the chest, and I was feeling really like hot. And we started oregano regimen tonight, and we kind of took too much. So we're glad that we're here and that we got to come on live. We are always sharing everything about our lives. Yes, literally everything. So guys, start putting those questions in the comments. I really would love to hear some of your comments and your questions. Jennifer says that she's joining us for our one-day retreat soon. Yes, Jennifer, our next one-day retreat is going to be February 23rd. It is a Sunday, and that is going to take place from 11 to 4 p.m. During that retreat, we are going to be moving from fear to freedom. And how the heck did you hear that, Dave? I used the word heck. How do we do that? How do we move from fear to freedom? Well, guys, it's about getting a hold of that crazy egotistical brain you got going on and not allowing it to think whatever it willy-nilly wants. If you got a brain that just thinks whatever it wants, when it wants, we're going to have a lot of fear. Because the ego doesn't know that we only want to protect ourselves. The ego just wants to be above so that you don't feel scared. But here's the thing, it actually creates more fear in the body. And so we're going to learn how to move from fear to freedom. And it is right up there. Dave posted it up there for you guys. Here's a little pamphlet about the Fear to Freedom retreat. You can also find it on our events page on our Facebook, Refined Divine Psychic Medium. Go to the events tab and you'll see all the retreats and stuff that we have planned. So we're super excited about that. That does take place in Galesville, Wisconsin, right here in our beautiful crystal shop, our little retreat center, healing center we have. And so we still do have places available if you guys want to come for that. It is $100 for the whole day. And we have a buffet of food that we have during our lunchtime too. It's amazing. You never, ever think that you're ever going to go home hungry when you're around Debbie, because we are not only a phenomenal cook, we're also the best psychic medium you'll ever meet. Okay, so let's talk about it. Hello, joining from Duluth, Minnesota. Amazing. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. Kimmy, thanks for joining us. Joan, I have been wondering what I should focus on in my spiritual growth. Well, Joan, when we tap into your energy right away, we feel like that you aren't spending enough time with yourself. And when that happens, we'll get things like feeling tired, or we'll feel drowsy, or we'll feel depressed, or not feeling well. And we'll have bouts of 3 or 4 days where we feel good, and then we kind of drop back down. I call it the roller coaster effect. When we have that roller coaster effect going on, we always know that God's trying to sit us down. Spirit's trying to tell us that we need to work on self. And so you really need to work on that self, Joan, and where you need to go next for that self-love that you're currently working on, because we know that you are working on it. We can feel it. But more time for you, more time for you. Okay, guys, so when we're talking about the other side and we're talking about people that have passed away, the first thing I want you to know is that they are always around. When we're in the 7th realm, which is the realm of people that have passed on the other side, it is in the frequency of love. And the frequency of love is the highest vibration of all obtainable here on earth. And so if we want to hear them, and you want to transform into hearing people that have passed on the other side, or getting more messages and seeing more things and aligning with people that have passed away, what we're going to need to do is we're going to get into the frequency of love. And how the heck do we do that? Did you hear that, Dave? We use the word hack. We're doing so well, we know. Hack, we are saying to ourselves, in our brain, we're using things that create sadness, that create us not loving ourselves, and our brain is being very naughty to us. And that will take our frequency level and put it down, 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 down. So when we think self-doubting thoughts, when we think we're not good enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not fast enough, we haven't done enough work today, and we do all these criticizing things to ourselves, it really lowers our vibrations. And when we lower our vibrations, we're not in the vibration of love, and that takes away our abilities. So if we're not in the self-love realm, you aren't going to be channeling things of the other side that are in the frequency of love. If you are channeling and you are trying to meditate and focus on people that are on the other side, and you are not in that high flying frequency, you're going to be channeling things that are not of the seventh realm. And we do not want to do that. Trust me on this. We have been to hell and back when it comes to channeling and speaking to people on the other side. When you are not in a high frequency, we do not recommend trying to tap into the other side or hear from your loved ones, because you're likely going to be tapping into things that are stuck in the in-between world. That is the space where people can choose to stay instead of cycling back into the light. They very much can get stuck here on this earth realm, and those we call the in-between world. And so we don't want to be channeling things like that, because that's very low frequency. So understand that when you guys, do you ever get intrusive thoughts? Do you ever get intrusive thoughts? If you get intrusive thoughts, I want you to go ahead and write it in the comments, because I want you guys to be able to relate with each other and know that this just doesn't happen to just Debbie. This happens to a lot of us. When I am low frequency, I get a lot of intrusive thoughts, and they used to be so bad in my 20s. In my 20s, I used to hear things like, drink the Drano, jump out the car door, pick up that knife, take the pills. I used to get horrible intrusive thoughts when my energy was really low. And those intrusive thoughts actually come from the in-between world. And so it's not like those things can get to you and make you do these things, or they can hurt you. It's just that they are of that frequency of that low lying energy, and you're picking up on that frequency and the things that they are emanating. And so I had to learn how to get my energy right. I would say get my right self with God, right? And so how the heck did I do that? Well, I started taking cold water showers, plunges, using hoses to put them over my head and get that brain waves to slow down, so that I wasn't thinking and overthinking and becoming anxietized from the thoughts that I was hearing. People oftentimes will get stuck in some kind of schizophrenia or think that these things are really real. And understand that you honestly do not have to think that these things can hurt you, because they can't. It's impossible. Unless you allow them into your body, it is impossible. So how would you invite something like that into your body, and how would that happen? Well, drugs, number one, is the most horrible way that you can treat your body and open up yourself to things from the other side that are stuck in the in-between world. Things are in the in-between world. They need something to feed off from. And so they're going to look for low-lying energies. And drugs is the first place they're going to go. Second place they're going to go, heavily intoxicated people. The third place they're going to go, people who are mentally ill or challenged or low frequency. The fourth place they're going to go, somebody who is suicidal or wanting to go to the other side. The fifth place they're going to go, and yes, this just keeps going. The fifth place they're going to go is a place of anger and fighting and rage, in a place where people want low energy things. Watching scary movies will pull in energies from the in-between world. Watching things of not well nature, watching things like murder mysteries, watching things like horror, and anything that's low frequency is going to create that within your house. And that energy is going to radiate throughout your house, and it's going to pull in anything of that frequency. So people say to us that when we have intrusive thoughts, they're like, why is this happening to me? And the first thing I'm going to say is, Are you using drugs? Number 2, are you drinking? Number 3, are you suicidal? Number 4, are you entertaining yourself with things that have really low energies? Because that's when you're going to get those intrusive thoughts, and that's when you're going to pull those energies in. Not until did I learn these things was I able to raise my frequency level and learn how to maintain my energy to be high. Your body is a vessel of energy, and everything that you entertain your body with is an energy field, even down to the food that you're putting inside of your body. Are you putting, high frequency vegetables and fruits into your body? Are you putting high frequency meats into your body? I mean, I hope that you are not ingesting Walmart food. I hope that you're not ingesting meat from Walmart, because that's coming from masses of animals that are herded through slaughterhouses that are not treated with care and kindness, and that is in the food that you are eating and digesting. That also has antibiotics in it, steroids, and all the things that would make us feel unhealthy and not bring our energy levels up. It will pull it down. So making sure that you are eating the correct foods to keep that frequency level high. Anything that is not a fruit, a vegetable, or a meat is not food. If you are eating cereals and canned foods and boxed items, none of that is food. Not a thing of it is food. So understand that, you guys, when you're feeding yourself any kind of fast food, McDonald's and Burger Kings, or anything that you're driving through and getting food, that's not food. That is pre-processed, pre-packaged, and can stay on a shelf life for 2 to 3 weeks. And I mean, if you ever put McDonald's French fries on the counter, have you ever watched McDonald's French fries just look good a month after you bought them? Because they do. And that is frightening. So it is really important about what you're surrounding yourself with the energy around you. It's really important about what you're putting in your mouth and into your body. It's really important that you are watching the frequency levels around yourself. One of the best places to find low frequency things, bars. Yeah, I used to be an alcoholic. Am 8 years sober, but when I was an alcoholic, I dealt with a lot of low energy spirits when I was at the bar. Let's see here if we got some questions here. Dave, can you pull them up for us? We will read some questions. Natalie, how do I tap into a spiritual energy? I try, but I have a hard time focusing. Okay, so Natalie, the first thing to remember is that focusing is with your brain. When you say focus, that means that we're going to use our brain to focus in, and that's not something we need to tap into any kind of spiritual energy. Our energy force that is spiritual is our heart. Our heart and our body are psychic. Our brain is not. And so it's about listening with your heart and your body and getting your brain to be quiet. Meditation is focusing on breath and allowing your heart and your body just to be. And while you're doing that, that is when we will connect with the other side. And so you must be in a very high frequency place, Natalie, of love, and then get your brain to be quiet by breathing, and then dropping down into that heart and listening. We have classes on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, you guys, and we teach all of these things on how to tap into your abilities and how to transform and empower your best life. You can go to our website, refinedivinepsychicmedium.com, and it's right there. You guys can look at it. It's $100 a month subscription. You get our last 2 years of classes on there and all of our lives on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. And then you can also do the week option, which is just $30 a week for 2 classes, or you can do the drop-in class for $25. The first class is always free, you guys. You just send me a message and I will give you a link to the Zoom, and come on in and try it out, see how you like it. And if you like it, come on in and join us. We also have a support group that I add you to, where all of my class and attendees are a part of. Natalie says, I have gone to the classes, but I work on Wednesday and keep missing the times. Oh, Natalie, it's Monday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Natalie says, why do I get the lightheadedness I get when I hear you talk? Do you know? Yes. A lot of people actually get this, Natalie, when we are channeling. When we are channeling, the energy is flowing through us like hellfire, literally. And so people who are really sensitive will feel lightheaded. They'll feel euphoric. They'll feel charged, energized. They'll feel like they want to conquer the world when we speak. They'll feel emotional. They'll feel like they want to cry. All kinds of things take place when speaking and energy is moving through us, and that is why you are lightheaded, honey. It's completely normal. All you have to do is take some deep breaths and push your energy down through your feet. Do you have another question, Dave? Here we are. Marlo says, is it possible that I am getting messages from myself in past life, or am I getting these messages from a relative that has passed? Marlo, you are getting messages from your higher self, which is your soul, and your higher self has lived all of its lives. And so our soul will live every single life with us, and we will be in a different body, a different human body, every single life that we are reborn. And so it is your higher self speaking to you. What else we got, Dave? Joan says, I am open to messages from an ancestors, but nothing. What can I do to get messages from them? Okay, Joan, so the most important part to know about having psychic abilities is that they are not for us. Surprise! I know everybody's always like, I want to talk to my grandma. I want to talk to my husband. I want to talk to my deceased child. They so heartily come to us because they want these abilities so they can speak with their loved ones. But our abilities, sadly, you guys, are not for us. They are for others. It's really important to understand that these gifts that God gives us is so that we can help others. If we were able to connect with our loved ones on the other side all the time, now don't get me wrong, there are ways that we can hear, and there are ways that my dead brother communicates with me and people that I love communicate with me, but not the way that I channel for other people. Because we're supposed to live a human life too. And if we could just sit around and channel for ourselves all day, how much of a human life do you think we'd be living? We're not supposed to know what our lives entail. We're not supposed to know what's going to happen. And we're not supposed to have that about ourselves because we need to live a human life. And so there it is. So guys, let's see here. November 17th through the 22nd, we are going to be doing a cruise with Refined Divine. We are so excited that we are starting these. We are going international with our retreats, and we are going to be in the Western Caribbean on the 17th of November. We're leaving out of Galveston, Texas, you guys. A 2-day retreat on the 2 sea days throughout the 5 days is going to be what I'm going to be doing. The other times we're going to be traveling the Maya. What is it, Dave? Help me. The Maya ruins. Thank you. We're going to be going to Cozumel, and we're going to be going to Progreso, and we're going to have the time of our lives. So this retreat, you guys, is only $444 for my 2 days that are going to be on those sea days. And then you get to enjoy the cruise too the other 3 days. And those prices start, you guys, at $500. And all of your food and beverages are included in that price. Absolutely phenomenal pricing, you guys. Holy buckets. We get to go do all of these things together, and you get to retreat. And we're offering payment plans. So we are so excited that we are doing this. Go out to my page, refinedivinepsychic.com. I always have to stop and think because the human brain doesn't want to click in when we're channeling. And check it out. All the pricing is right there. Our travel agent their phone number is on our website. You can go ahead and text her, give her a call. Her name is Janelle. She is amazing. I love her. She is such a good person. She can help you out with any questions you have and your payment plans and all the things. So go check that out because we are so excited about that, about traveling. You guys, this is my first cruise too. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I am so excited. It's ridiculous that we're going to be doing these international cruises. Do you have another question, Dave? Go ahead. During the sound healing in Wisconsin Rapids, I exchanged energy with Mary. I started and my energy was hot. When we switched, Mary energy felt cool, almost cold. I'm very curious why. Okay, so the energy that's hot is coming from our physical bodies, our human bodies. And when it switches to cold, that is the cold energy from the other side. When we're streaming energy from the other side, it is very cool. Like my hands and my feet get very cold when I'm channeling. Sometimes my body is high octane because the energy running through it, but my hands become cold. Jennifer was actually in one of the sound healings that I do, where I teach you how to tap into your psychic abilities and your healing abilities. And I actually taught all of the people in that group sound healing how to tap into their energetic healing body. It was quite amazing, wasn't it, Jennifer? It was just astonishing that the things that took place in that gallery. We are actually this weekend, Dave, right? We're going to be in Baraboo, and this is our last Refined Divine held holistic fair that we're going to be having this winter. I do travel with the Rooted Holistic and Wellness fairs in the spring and the fall, but this is I and Dave's show, and we do pulling door prizes every half hour, you guys. We literally are having the time of our lives with you all day long, giving away prizes, healing. You have my gallery at 12 o'clock, and then you have my sound healing, how to tap into your psychic abilities. Those two things are only $25 a piece. It is amazing, you guys, life-changing. We have so many miracles happening from those sound healings. It's just awe-fine to me as a human. To all of you, you think, how could it be so shocking to her? Well, you guys, you have to understand that I am a human channeling energy from the other side. So I am just as shocked as you. All right, Dave. Next question here. I'm so happy so many of you are joining us tonight. This is awesome. Joan says, I have been wondering what I should focus on in my spiritual growth. We already covered that one, Dave, but thank you.
I thought so too, but I was like,
no worries, Dave.
there we go.
Renee says, hi from Sparta. How do you tell the difference from internal voice and a push from spirit? Okay. So a push from spirit is going to feel very energized in your heart. It's going to feel like you don't have a choice. It's going to feel your body's going to feel energized. You're going to feel like you just can't even if you tried not to. It's going to feel joyful. It's going to feel love. It's going to feel like, oh, all of a sudden I got to stop at this quick trip and I don't know why. And I'm super excited about it, but what the heck is going on? That's what it's going to feel like. That's a push from spirit. A thought that is thought is going to have questions with it. So when you think, oh, I wonder if I should go to Carrie's house today, but I'm not sure because she was cranky, that's your brain. But if you felt in your heart, oh my God, I need to go to Carrie's and I don't know why, that's spirit. It's going to feel very energized, very pushy, and it's going to feel very heart driven. Dave is just pulling up some different. Okay, here we go. Erica. Dave told me to ask at the fair, but I forgot. What type of sage would you suggest for my home? Erica, I feel like a white sage would be really good for you. When we have a lot of energies moving through because we're very spiritual, it wakes us up at night. And so white sage would be really good. Every single room, go ahead and do it in a square. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to do anything other than light that sage and go in a circle every single room, and then let the sage out by opening up a window or opening up the door and just let it out. I always tell people, make sure that you are including the bathrooms, the closets, every single space in a square, and then open up the front door or the windows, guys, and let it out. Also, please send us hearts. We love hearts and stars and all the things, guys. We do appreciate it. It does help us with our algorithm. It gets us back into people finding us that don't know about us yet. When you comment, when you send stars, and when you send hearts, it all goes into the algorithm and pulls people into Find Refined Divine. And we're always so grateful when you are doing that. Diana says, on Sunday, one of my lights above the kitchen table was blinking very fast. I went to tighten it and the blinking went faster. When I spoke to it and said, I see you, it stopped. Just wondering what the spirit guide trying to tell me something or visiting from someone else. It hasn't done it since. Diana, I feel like this was very driven by a spiritual experience or exchange you had with somebody. And whoever came through during that experience was showing themselves like, here I am, here I am. I feel like this is mom driven. Your mom or mom's side saying, here I am. And it was like this kind of like joking around humor of here I am. Nancy says, thank you for answering a question. And why do I not channel why I could not channel my family? Absolutely, you guys. I'll tell you what, it's the most frustrating thing when I want to talk to my dead brother, because he'll send me coins, he'll send me writings on the wall, literally. He'll send me a picture that has a saying on it, or he'll send me like to a book and open it, and literally the message will be written in the book of where I'm drawn to look. But as far as hearing him, I cannot hear him like I hear everybody else's people that are on the other side. It's just the way it is. Hi, Jen Miller. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. She has supported us since the beginning. We have known Jen for almost 5 years. I think almost going on 5 years, always supporting us from the beginning. She said once she set eyes on me, I'll never forget it. She said that she knew I was the girl for her. And so we have been friends and worked together for a long time here. She's a part of classes and mentoring and retreats and all the things. Lauren says, am I choosing the right career path? Lauren, are you doing something with art or artistry? Are you working with art and with your hands? Lauren Landry. So guys, when we are working with people that are passed on the other side and we're channeling for others and we're wondering what the different things that we can see, a lot of what happens is they send us high frequency animals. High frequency animals are butterflies, and they're okay. Lauren, I'll get to you in just a sec. Dave, you can hold that up so that we know to come back to it, please. When we're working with high frequency animals, we're talking about dragonflies, we're talking about hummingbirds and cardinals and bluebirds and everything that is really high frequency. They will send those. Those are really easy for them to manipulate and send towards us to send signs and signals. Also, colors of flowers. Pay attention to that. A lot of people that have passed love to use flowers. Dimes are another thing that they love to send and set, because they can move it really quickly because they're very light, and whatever they're made of makes them easy for them to move the kinetic energy in it. Blinking lights, flashing lights, anything electrical, obviously they can do, because they are just pure energy now. So they can get into the energy field and change and manipulate and maneuver it. Feathers. Because they get them to actually fall out of the birds, you guys. Like, I literally have had a shower of feathers before. I've actually had birds come and land on my shoulders and on my hands before. We were actually at one of our spiritual retreats, and there were some of our attendees outside, and this little baby wren literally came over and landed on my shoulder, and then its mama come and landed on my shoulder too. And it was like this big, huge, amazing epiphany of God and what God was trying to tell us and send us that day. And we looked up spirit animal wren, and it was just amazing. And so please share your stories in the comments, guys. Do you have animals that come to you? Have you had experiences like this? Have you had where a squirrel, even I've had a squirrel almost run up my leg. That was quite shrieking. Animals are really drawn to us. Dave likes to make a joke about Snow White, like it's me walking and all my animals just following us. In our house, we have rescued 3 cats and 3 dogs. And literally, I get up out of bed, and so do the cats, and so do the dogs. I walk through the house, and literally, I have a trail of dogs and cats behind me all the way through the house. Dave always finds it so humorous. He's like, literally, I can't go to the bathroom alone. They're always all with me. And so Snow White precedes us. Let's see here. Let's put, oh, Lauren, thank you, Dave, for leaving that up there. So yeah, honey, you need to be doing something with art. Literally, that's what drives your heart. You are so passionate about art and artistry, and so it's music and it's art and anything with the industry of that. You know, if your heart is not in it, it's not something you're passionate about, it's not for you. And when you start questioning yourself, you guys, like, is this for me? Should I be doing this? That's when you know that Spirit's trying to show us, hey, this isn't for you. Look a different direction. Look a different direction. April says, I randomly hear music in my house. Is that someone I'm trying to get my attention? Is it someone that passed in my house? April, this is very much somebody that passed in your house. A music teacher. It is a music teacher. And that music is something that they are actually playing. And it is female. It is female. Guys, I'm loving your comments. Thank you so much. Please do send stars, guys. We love it when you send stars. It's only a cent a piece when you're doing that. It does put us back in the algorithm. It does support us. It does go to us. Every cent that you send does to support Refined Divine in doing these Transformational Tuesdays and doing these free lives. We really do appreciate it. Natalie, how do I know if I have a gift and how I tap into it? Well, Natalie, it's about sitting with self and really knowing your intuition and what that intuition is to you. You know, really paying attention to different things that are taking place, guys. It's really important to understand that God will always draw them back to you. You'll be passionate about it. It's something that repeats. It's something that you've always had since childhood. Always pay attention to that. Is there a meaning behind this? During my only Reiki session and a couple of times during prayer, my hands start elevating and moving on their own. Oh, absolutely. That is your soul. And so when your hands levitate, that's your soul taking over your body. And that's your soul saying, we're here. This is us. And I love it when that happens. I do healings on people, you guys, where I post negative stagnant energy, and people, it's not Reiki. It really is literally where I establish a connection with the other side and stream energy through my body into your body for your healing. And we have literally had people levitate their whole bodies except for their butt bone. What's that called, Dave?
Their what?
The butt bone.
Oh, yeah, the tailbone.
Tailbone, thank you. Sometimes earth words don't come real well when we're channeling. So the butt bone, the tailbone, the only thing that was laying on the bed was the butt bone. And they literally were levitated. Their whole body was levitated because they were so connected. Yes, I lost a nail. I know you guys keep looking at it. I'm also telepathic. Yeah. So we lost a nail. We know. We're always crafting and doing things. So we tend to lose nails sometimes. We got to take a drink, guys, here. When my godfather was alive, he absolutely loved eagles. Now I see an eagle or eagles whenever I need to see them the most. Is that my grandfather letting me know that that's me? Oh, absolutely, Tamara. 100%. And so he literally shows me that the eagles actually turn a weird way and fly in weird directions to make sure that you pay attention and see them, correct? All right. Next one, Dave. Is my dog sending signs through my son's toys? Is he still with us? Erica, I feel like there is like this, it looks like a little toy that it's like a, I don't know how, Fisher Price maybe. It's red and it like kind of goes and goes back and then you let it go. Do you know what we're talking about here? And so it kind of creeps and moves on its own and will play music. Yes. It's a yes. Yes, absolutely. Your dog's there. Cindy says, is there a change in the near future for my career path? Cindy, we feel like that you are becoming understanding that you need to be elevated higher in your path, and there's more in this life for you. You keep feeling like there's more for you, and you keep feeling that push, and that's why you are wondering, is there something changing? Because they're trying to get you to change. Guys, you see it that Dave just posted up there. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Always remember that we are always changing. And literally, it's never too late to be what you might have been. When you were a child, there's always something that you were very passionate about. And I want you to remember that passion. That passion is really important. It's like the most important thing about you being here on this earth is that passion-driven force that's within you. If you don't love it, why are you doing it? Literally, I do not do anything that I'm not passionate about, and I do it with love, and I do it with authenticity, and I do it with every single minute matters to me. I literally live like every single minute matters. And that's how I know that I'm living a purpose-driven life, is because I love every minute of my life. I just had a dream about I was levitating last night. That's amazing. I love that for you. That's awesome. Guys, we are going to be in Baraboo this weekend. Come out and see us at the Arts and Convention Center in Baraboo, guys. We're going to have a lot of vendors there. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have a Chinese medicine therapist. We're going to have me, your psychic medium, at 12 o'clock doing the gallery, $25 for that gallery, 9 o'clock pre-sales. We cannot wait for you to attend. You can still get your tickets online. You can go right on my website and get your gallery tickets and your sound healing tickets. The sound healing tickets are going to be teaching you how to tap into your abilities. We are going to teach energy healing in that, and I am going to teach you how to tap into your channeling self. I love teaching people that they are too psychic and how to tap into that ability that is just waiting for them to discover. It is my favorite thing to do, and I am so passionate about bringing that to you because Debbie, struggled so long with not being my authentic self because I wanted to people please and be that person for everybody that everybody just loved. And I have learned that that is just not the way Spirit wants us to live at all. He wants us to live our best authentic life, and that means being who you're truly meant to be and not listening to the others and people pleasing. Honestly, you cannot be in a love frequency if you are people pleasing other people. Have you ever heard the verse from the Bible that says, "Put no other God before me, for I am a jealous God"? That verse pertains to you. Put no other God, other humans, because they are gods, before yourself, for a jealous God. And so when we do that, you guys, we become very resentful. When we're people pleasing, we become very resentful towards others. And so we want to always remember that we are to come first. It doesn't mean that we're not a loving individual. It doesn't mean that we're not passionate about others and that we love others. It just means that we need to focus on ourselves and put ourselves first. Always remember that. Let's see, Dave, do we have another question? Natalie, I went to your gallery and it was in Superior, and I remember you channeling my mom, and it was the most amazing feeling I'd ever felt in my life, and I will remember it forever. Thank you so much, Natalie. I am so happy that you had that experience and you had that connection with your mom. And that's exactly why I continue doing what I do, you guys. It's really important that people feel safety. And sometimes that safety was in their mom or in their father or in their husband or their wives or their children. And without those people here with them, they don't feel safe and they just feel lost and they're stuck in a moment of time. And we just help unlock that time so they can live their best authentic life through love and understanding and knowing that their loved ones are still just literally right the heck here. Yeah, Dave, we used the word heck. We felt you. Dave doesn't got his microphone working yet, so we can't hear Dave laughing, but know that he is hysterically laughing behind the scenes, and we'll get his microphone working for next Tuesday for sure. Wait, next Tuesday, Dave, aren't we on KTTC? Yeah. So next Tuesday, you guys, we are on Midwest Access TV, and you guys can actually download the KTTC app and watch me live on Midwest Access TV show, because we are going live next Tuesday, the 11th. Jennifer says, I am in a difficult home situation right now and stuck financially. I have my own place anytime soon. Will I have my own place anytime soon? Jennifer, they're saying to us that there's a lot of things that you do that you could be making money with, but you're not. And so they're saying to us that you need to use all of your talents to make some money, girl. And then the answer is yes. Oh, look at that. Dave is so talented. Look at that. KTC Midwest Axie every second Tuesday. Dave, that's so nice. Look down there, guys. Look what he did for us. That's so nice. Such a nice husband, isn't he? All right. Sarah says, do you ever do a sound bowl healing online? I attended the one in Rochester and was buzzing for 2 days after. It was so amazing. Sarah, I know people say that when they come to my sound healings that they feel like they're high and that they drank alcohol and they felt like they were euphoric for 2 to 5 days afterwards, just living like their best life, levitating almost. I do not do them online. I don't know. Could I, Dave? Is that something we could do?
We could eventually, yeah.
Okay. Sarah, Dave says, yes, we could do that. So we're going to work on that. As you see, we are progressing forward and going live and doing lives and doing all the things. Maybe that's something I could put on my website for people to access, Dave. Maybe that's something we could do. We'll work on it, Sarah. Thank you for the suggestion, because I love having people be able to enjoy that and have that. Absolutely. Ghostbox Radio tomorrow night. That's right, Dave. We have Ghostbox Radio tomorrow night with Greg Bakken, guys. AM 950 Radio. You can go to Ghostbox Radio on Facebook and follow Greg Bakken. Please support him. We love him so much. He is such an amazing soul. He opens up the platform every other Wednesday for us to do free one-question readings. And he actually is one of the reasons why we're doing this, because he started Debbie live on his show. And so we are so thankful for that platform and being able to be on there and doing one-question readings on the radio live AM 950 out of the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Karen says, my mom is going through a significant health battle and she has an appointment tomorrow for an update. Any insight on the appointment? So Karen, I don't do medical questions, especially not live. So we just know that when we're dealing with medical stuff, the best thing I can tell you is that you guys get the Encyclopedia of Ailments and Diseases that you can get right off of Amazon. It is like $33. Literally lists every single disease or ailment you possibly could have, why you created it, and the affirmation to uncreate it. Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, also one of the best books ever written in the 70s. She explains how we create illnesses in the body and how to uncreate them. And so I would suggest getting those books. Dave, do we have any more questions? Nancy says, thank you. May God bless and protect you. Thank you, Nancy. I am always divinely protected by God because I am doing God's work. And you guys, the thing that people mostly are afraid of, I find when they come to us, is that they are afraid of death. And I'm here to tell you that death is supposed to be a celebration of the reuniting with the other side. It is supposed to be something that is celebrated because you made it. You get to go there. It is a complete place of love, unconditional love. There's no pain there. There's no anger. There's no emotions other than love. You are pure energy and able to go everywhere at all times. And it is just the most amazing thing in the entire world. So just know it's supposed to be a celebration, just like birth. We are supposed to celebrate us cycling back in. It's not supposed to be something that's scared. And so I always divinely protected because God's always got my back. And if I ever passed, I would know that it would be because I was supposed to, because we don't ever die before we're supposed to, guys. That shit's already written. The day we're born, the day we die, it's already written. So there's no worries there at all. Natalie says, also, when you channel my mom at UWS and you mentioned that something read of her that had, I said her hoodie, but once I got home, I remembered her ruby ring I have of hers and that I could not find it anywhere. I lost it when I moved into my home. I didn't know where it is. Oh, that's awesome, Natalie. Thank you. Also, literally, she just showed me a drawer. So go look. We just had a family friend pass yesterday. Is there any message from her? So guys, when people pass away, we need at least 14 days for them to process their lives. The day that they pass and leave their bodies, it takes them about 14 days for them to generate to the other side and be in that seventh realm. Do you guys know that the Bible talks about Judgment Day? So I know you all are like, why does she talk about the Bible? Because a lot of the stuff in there is correct. It's just interpreted incorrectly. So Judgment Day is actually 14 days that we judge our own lives and we do a life renewal and process. It's almost take a lot longer than 14 days, and we end up hanging out in the in-between world for quite some time. Just know that in-between world and that time is not a trap. Like, you're not trapped there during those 14 days. That's not what it's like. We're literally with our loved ones and right next to the people that we love most, processing their life and everything that we went through so that we can reincarnate back into the seventh realm, which is heaven and the bliss of the universe. Let's call it the divine energy of infinity. When we go into that energy, then we choose to come back and cycle back in with our loved ones that we travel with every 100 years. About every 100 years, some of us cycle right back in because we got a lot of karma that we need to deal with. But most of us cycle back in every 100 years with our Koresh, with our soulmates, our twin flames, and whatever we need to work on and work through and get our karmic debt repaid back and get into enlightenment. So guys, if you haven't had your numerology readings done, I would strongly suggest them because I am an 11. I'm a master psychic. And in my numerology reading, it literally says that the reason I'm here is to bring messages from the other side. And that is the reason why I came. So you can have numbers 1 through 9, which is earthly lives, which is not better nor worse than any other number. Don't ever think that I'm saying I'm better than anybody else. It just describes why you're here. Having your numerology done is really super helpful because it helps you know what the heck you're here for and what you're going to be doing. And so we do those for $45. You can purchase them on our website and then just send us your birth date and your full name and we'll get your numerology readings to you through email. We are also doing compatibility numerology readings for Valentine's Day. So you can give us your partner's name and birth date and your name and birth date, and we give you the compatibility reading by the stars in the sky and the alignment of the day that you guys were born. And it tells us, it's so helpful. When I and Dave did ours, we really understood a lot of things that we didn't before, why they are the way they are between us. Because of our alignment, because of the stars, we have a lot of stuff that we have to work out karmically because of our numerology reading. So it's really super helpful to have the partners readings because you can learn a lot about them and help with the relationship, or know to end a relationship, either one. It's always helpful either way. Erica says, we have so many things Fisher Price. Haha, I'm not sure what toy you're talking about. Okay, well, maybe it'll pop up and you'll see. Devin says, I used to feel lonely even when surrounded by others, but then the feeling is becoming less and less. Is there something pushing me from the other side to help me along? Absolutely, Devin, because you're starting to understand that in your head is dead. When we're in our head and only thinking in our head, you guys will become very secluded from the rest of everybody else. We're supposed to be here living the we. The we is everybody's energies combined, and you can't live a we life without interactions with other humans, Devin, and you're becoming more open to other humans. And that's why you're feeling not so alone. It's because your energies aren't so blocked off, because you're not so much overthinking anymore. You're starting really to live life with emotion, and that progression is happening with your guides pushing you to do that. Thank you so much for your questions, you guys. This is really helpful. I really love this. I love doing the free questions and the Transformational Tuesdays. Please, please, please hit those stars. Send them to us. Hit the hearts, the likes, all the things. The stars are only a cent a piece. It does help with the algorithm and keeps and supports us doing these free Transformational Tuesdays, and so that we can be on here every single week. Renee says, where do you go for your herbal supplies? Well, Renee, I do doTERRA essential oils. And so that's where I go. We're a representative of doTERRA. We actually sell a lot of doTERRA product right here in our shop. If you're interested in coming on over, just let us know. We'll give you a date and time. We can meet you here. I love you. Thank you, Joan says. Oh, you're so welcome, Joan. Thank you for jumping on tonight. Well, you guys, we're winding down. We've been on here for an hour. Doesn't it just fly by so fast? I mean, it just really does. When you're having fun, it just flies right by you, doesn't it? You mentioned Valentine's Day. What do you see for me in that department? Well, honey, you need to actually get out of the house and be interactive and put up those peacock feathers, put on that makeup and the pretty dress, and go be single. Because God doesn't hear you unless you're active. You have to actually be active and show that to the others, so the guys can be drawn in, or your mates can be drawn in by you doing the action of doing that. Remember, we can think it, feel it, but we have to action. We have to have action in the manifestation. Think about the love that you want, emanate the feelings of the love that you want, but then make sure that you're taking the actions to say that. Do you recognize what kind of drawer was it? Wood. Natalie, actually it was. Yeah, it was a darker wood color. Mm-hmm.
And we will be back in Superior this spring with Rooted.
We'll be back in Superior this spring with Rooted, Dave says, to make sure to say that. So again, you guys, come and see us in Baraboo. You know, the hotel rooms around there are super cheap because of the Dells. You can get a hotel room around there for $60 to $80 for the night. So it would be so worth it to come on down Friday night and then spend the whole day with us Saturday. We're pulling door prizes all day long. We're also playing door bingo, which you get this bingo card, and literally for talking to people you don't know, you get a bingo stamp. Spend $10, get a bingo stamp. Go to the gallery, get a bingo stamp, you know, buy a gift for somebody else. All kinds of these crazy little things on this bingo. You dab the bingo, get 4 in a row, put the bingo at the front in the bingo box, and we're pull bingos all day too. Put your name on the back of the card and we call your name and you win free door prizes. Get a blackout and you get an automatic prize. It's so much fun, you guys. We have music playing all day. We have food there. We have vendors, the gallery, the sound healing. It really is an amazing time. Please come on out and support us in Baraboo, Wisconsin on Saturday from 10 to 5. At 9 a.m. is pre-registration. Come on out and get you pre-registered, because those 25 gift bags are full of gifts from the vendors, and it's going to be such a good time. I love giving the bags away. Dave is always so mad at me how much I spend on what goes into those bags. But I love giving presents. If you know me, I'm very giving, and I love to see people happy. It's one of the things I've done my whole entire life is gift, and I give the best gifts, so I do say so myself. Renee says, I've been seriously involved over many years with 3 men with the exact same birthday. None ended well. What is that? So, Renee, I too once used to be in your shoes, and I would live a life of pattern, and I kept repeating my patterns over and over and over until I transcended and learned my lessons. Know that they are showing you a lesson that needs learned. And Renee, it's self-love. I'm hearing so loud that it is self-love that you are supposed to learn through these relationships. And so remember that once you learn this, you can transcend all of these dirty bags that you keep dating. Those were such nice words. We so watched ourselves. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming to Transformational Tuesdays. We love you so much. Thanks for jumping on. We're going to see you next Tuesday. We're going to see you on KTCC Midwest Access Live out of Rochester. You can download that app for free and watch us live there too. We're going to see you soon.
Unlock the mysteries of the unseen world with the extraordinary insights of gifted psychic medium, Refined Divine. Featured on television and heard on Ghostbox Radio AM 950, Deb's remarkable ability to communicate with the other side has captivated audiences for years. Since childhood, Deb has channeled profound messages from beyond, guiding us through life's biggest challenges. Now on this show, she'll reveal powerful insights to help us navigate modern society's most pressing questions. Join us and witness the extraordinary talents of one of the most gifted psychic mediums you'll ever experience. The answers await. In a world full of questions, some answers come from beyond. Introducing Debbie Straight of Refined Divine, a gifted psychic medium who channels wisdom from the other side to guide you. Get ready to witness the depth of her extraordinary gift.